Hi everyone, so you may remember last week I did a tutorial on the 1960s mod look, and I said in the tutorial that I was going to tone it down and make it slightly more wearable, because I understand that the mod look, even though it was a really cool look, it can be slightly too dramatic for some people. So I said in the tutorial that I was toning it down and making it wearable, but I had a few messages from people saying it wasn't dramatic enough, even though I did say it was going to be wearable. But anyway, so today I thought I would do another take on the mod look and make it slightly more dramatic. So have the wearable look that I've just done, and today I'll be doing a slightly more dramatic take on the look, and I hope that makes you happy. So I'm going to take most of my inspiration today from the Warhol superstar Edie Sedgwick. The reason why I'm using her as inspiration is because I just found her really interesting. Like, she had such a short, tragic, mysterious life, and I don't know if she was that well known. So I just thought it'd be nice to pay homage to her. And also, in a sort of makeup sense, she would often wear the mod style, but she would often wear it quite heavy. I mean, sometimes a lot heavier than what Twiggy would wear. So that's the reason why I've chosen her as inspiration. So I hope you enjoy this tutorial. Now, in my tutorials, usually if the celebrity or person I'm basing the look on has quite significant brows, I always start off with the brows first. Because it's Edie Sedgwick, I'm going to start off with the brows first because she had huge brows. So I'm using a ashy brown for this. I've got Bobbi Brown Birch, and just with an angle brush by Louise Young. I'm going to start off by filling in my brows. I'm not using a dark shade for this because even though Edie had huge brows, she was quite fair, so they weren't that dark, but they were still quite full. And then I'm just going to sort of overline my brows. I'm just shaping them with a clear Bobbi Brown brow shaper. This will hopefully help them to keep their shape. Yeah. One of the hardest things, particularly if you are doing big brows, is keeping them even. Because you have them so big, if they're not even, the more likely it is to be noticed. So try and keep them as even as you can. I mean, I probably haven't got them 100% even, but I don't know. I guess it'll do. Now, it's quite a heavy eye look, so I'm just popping on some primer. Help my eyeshadow last. Now, you may remember in my mod look I use slightly more neutral colours to help it make it more wearable. So this, because I'm doing a more dramatic take on look, I'm going to be using more harsher colours. So in my previous mod video I used quite a neutral light for my socket area. So this time I'm going to use a really intense white. This is a Gesso from MAC, and it's a matte shade, I believe. Yes, it is. I'm going to put this right over the lid and all the way up to the brow bone. Now I'm actually going to be using the same method I used for my previous mod video, the method that helps you just find where your socket is. And so I'm just taking my matte palette and wedge, this one here, and take a tiny amount, because you don't need that much. You're only just using this to find where you're going to darken your socket. So, and take it quite high. And this time we're going to take it right down as far as you can, so right into towards the nose. Now, I'm actually going to be taking a dark purple for this. I'm going to be using this shade here. This is a Shadowy Lady. It's from MAC. The reason why is because I did when I was researching Edie, most of the pictures I saw of her were in black and white, so it's really hard to tell what colours were used. But I saw one colour photograph of her, and she was actually wearing purple in her socket line and just by the lash line just there. So I thought it was quite that was quite different, and so that's what I'm going to do that. So, right, we're going to do what we did in my previous mod look. So we're going to start on the top line where the wedge has been, draw a line, but keep going, bring it right down. Because if you remember in the wearable take, I just stopped there. I want to keep going. And then we're actually going to draw a line just here, so just where so sort of like surrounding where the wedge has been. With a soft brush, I'm using MAC 217. Just sort of smoke it all out. So you come right down as far as you can. Now Edie would often wear the bottom lash line in a quite unique way. Right, the best way to do this, I think. Still got the shadowy lady. I'm gonna just line just the middle bit of the lash line. That, and then what I sort of did was just sort of came out slightly. So it come down slightly. Yeah, I just think it just sort of gave the illusion of the huge eyes she had. Next I've got a black shade. You want a really intense black shade for this. I've got this little black eyeshadow from Ruby and Millie. On the top, we're just gonna, and then I'm just gonna go right over on the top just to darken it. You know, the problem with having really dramatic eyes is getting them both even. Particularly when you've got like a very specific eyeliner shape. I suppose that'll do. I'll neaten it up later if it needs neatening up. Right, now Edie would often wear a very heavy black line on her upper lash line. You're probably best off with a gel liner for this. I'm using Bobbi Brown gel liner because it's the only black gel liner I have. Okay, so the best way to do this is start fine and sort of build it up. White eyeliner, very important for this look. So start off just by getting it right into the waterline. I'm just gonna actually take it right down and fill in just by the tear duct to highlight it. And just moving on back onto MAC gesso, and just to bring out the white again. Just applying just a general amount of mascara. Now I'm actually going to put on some false lashes just to make these look a little bit dramatic. I'm going to be using these ones. These are MAC 42. The black eyeshadow again, and on the bottom we're just going to do tiny little flicks, and this will give the illusion of long bottom lashes. Well, I hope you've enjoyed my Edie Sedgwick inspired tutorial. I hope you're all well, and I will see you all soon. Thanks for watching everyone, bye!